Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since my last video, but life has been pretty crazy lately. So basically, I've been dealing with some major relationship drama and I just have to share my side of the story with you all. Okay, so my boyfriend Cyrus and I have been together for about 2 years now. We met through mutual friends. Lance is actually one of those friends who introduced us, and at first, everything seemed perfect. He's got this amazing job, his family is super supportive, and he's just a great guy overall. So yeah, I thought we were meant to be. But as time went on, things started to get weird. Cyrus would get these really possessive calls from an unknown number, which he'd immediately dismiss as a wrong number or a telemarketer. But every single time, the number would show up again, and this time, it would have one of his ex-girlfriend's numbers on it. I was like, okay, cool, maybe he's just getting some old messages from her that got stuck in his phone. But then the calls started to get more frequent, and Cyrus would always seem really anxious about them. I remember one time, we were at the grocery store, and I saw a girl who looked exactly like one of his exes. She had similar piercing green eyes and this bright blonde hair that matched his ex's signature look. Cyrus freaked out, telling me she was stalking him, but honestly, it seemed pretty obvious to me that he knew her already. He just wasn't admitting it. At first, I brushed it off as paranoia on my part, but the more these incidents happened, the more I started to feel like something fishy was going on. So basically, I did some digging on Cyrus's past, and what I found out will blow your mind. I know some of you might be thinking, girl, maybe she's just not over him yet. But trust me, there's proof that goes way beyond just intuition or assumptions. And honestly, it feels like my whole relationship has been orchestrated from the very beginning. The way Cyrus always seemed to have an alibi for whenever I wanted to spend time together, the way he'd dismiss any conversation about his past or his feelings, it all felt really rehearsed. I'm not even joking when I say that every single move Cyrus made in our relationship felt like a script. And now, with this new evidence, I feel like I've been living in a soap opera for years. It's like, what's real and what's not? Okay, so here's the crazy part. I found this text message on Cyrus's phone that makes it sound like he was planning our whole relationship from the start. And not just any plan, but a very specific plan to make me fall in love with him, to make me think he was the perfect guy for me. But before I can even share the text message itself, I have to go back and relive all of our early conversations about how we met, and it's just not adding up anymore. Like, Cyrus said that we ran into each other at a party, but when I asked him more about it, he kept saying things like, oh, I'm sure, or, I don't know what you're talking about. And then there was the time he took me to his favorite coffee shop and told me about how much he loved their lattes, only for him to suddenly remember that they closed down months ago. It's just too suspicious. And now, with this text message, I'm starting to feel like I've been played from the very beginning. The way it says, I've got my eye on you, and, you're going to be mine soon, it sounds exactly like something Lance would say, but that's even more disturbing because we all know how much he hates me. I have to admit, a part of me is still trying to process everything. I keep thinking about Cyrus, wondering what kind of manipulation he was capable of. Was he playing us for the thrill of it? Did he really think he could get away with this? But as I'm sitting here staring at my phone, I can feel my anger boiling over. I need to share this message with someone who will believe me. Someone who will help me take down Cyrus and expose him for what he is. I pick up the phone and start scrolling through my contacts, trying to decide who to call first. That's when I see a name that makes my heart skip a beat, Kira. My best friend from college, the one person who knows me better than anyone else. We've been friends for years, and I know she'll do whatever it takes to help me get justice. I take a deep breath, my mind racing with thoughts of what could happen next. Do I call her before Cyrus finds out? Should I warn him that he's being investigated? The more I think about it, the more paranoid I become. What if Kira sees this as an opportunity to get back at me too? I hesitate for a moment, my finger hovering over the screen as I try to weigh my options. Finally, I decide to take a chance and dial her number. The phone rings several times before she answers, sounding groggy from sleep. Hey, Kira, it's me, I say, trying to keep my voice steady. I need your help with something. There's a pause on the other end of the line, and for a moment I worry that I've reached her too early or that she's not even ready to talk. But then her tone shifts, becoming serious and concerned. What is it? She asks, and I can practically hear the alarm bells ringing in my ear. I take another deep breath, gathering my thoughts before launching into the story of Cyrus's deceit and manipulation. It feels surreal, as if I'm hearing myself tell a twisted fairy tale that could only be written by someone else. But Kira listens intently, her silence giving me an air of validation that I desperately crave. When I finish speaking, there's a moment of stunned silence on the other end of the line. Then, without hesitation, she says, I believe you. Tears prick at the corners of my eyes as I feel a wave of relief wash over me. I was prepared for skepticism, anger even, but instead Kira offers words of support and solidarity. We spend the next hour piecing together the evidence we've gathered, identifying patterns and inconsistencies that Cyrus has conveniently left behind. It's like solving a puzzle, each piece falling into place until we have an unshakable picture of his crimes. As the truth becomes clearer, I feel my anger give way to a sense of determination. We need to expose Cyrus, not just for me but for anyone else he may be victimizing. Kira and I make plans to take our findings to a trusted journalist, someone who can help us bring Cyrus to justice without putting us in harm's way. I look at my phone again now that the initial shock has worn off, the message from Cyrus's ex still staring back at me like an accusatory finger. It feels almost vindictive, as if she's been trying to control him all along. And honestly, I still think about it. What drove her to orchestrate our relationship with such precision and malice? Was it a twisted game of revenge against Cyrus himself, or did she see me as just another pawn in her own sad drama? As I reflect on the events that have transpired, one thing becomes crystal clear: I will never again let someone else dictate my happiness. The experience has left its scars, but it's also taught me a hard-won lesson about self-respect and resilience. Let me know what you would have done if you were in my shoes: take the high road or fight fire with fire.